Hey guys, Tom itself. Got some Modern Warfare 3 Domination on Dome for you today, and I want to talk about the Specialist Strike package. Now, normally I run Support or Assault when I'm having a good game. I just feel like I'm more effective for my team that way, but I like to change things up occasionally and run Specialist. It's a lot of fun, we all know. And, okay, earning perks, finish your kill streaks, that's great, but where it's at is that Specialist bonus. That's what it's all about, getting there and then just rocking the other team with some great gunplay. And while even the Specialist Strike package is a real advantage, I'm probably not going to change your playstyle a whole lot from when before you have it to when you actually do get it. So the assumption there is also that you're going to choose a playstyle, a location on the map, and a gun that you're really comfortable with, that you can think you can do well with, and get a lot of kills without dying. So, leads me to my first observation. The most important decision you make when you're choosing your Specialist loadout is when you get Scavenger. Whether you start out with it, whether you earn it as part of the Strike package, or whether you get it as part of the Specialist bonus. The real dilemma here is that, well, actually it's not a dilemma. If you start with Scavenger Pro, ammo is basically a non-issue for you since you start with so much more ammo. But if you wait until the Specialist bonus, you might find yourself in a tight spot, and when you finally do get it, you might put yourself in some situations you don't really want to be just because you need to go pick up some of those blue packs. And then you only get one magazine for each pack you pick up, and for some guns, you might want to pick up several packs in order to get yourself back up to full ammo. So I find it awkward to get Scavenger, even as my third perk I earn. But if that's the way it's going to be, that's the way it's going to be. I mean, really, my preference would often be just to rely on my secondary more and try not to run my primary out of ammo. The second big decision is, do you get hardline, and if so, when? Now, if you're going to be relying on the assists from Hardline Pro, I think you have to start with hardline, mostly because I think it recycles between the lives, so you might respawn with 1 point already in your strike package. And that's not bad. You really can't argue with that. So if it's already on there, you may find yourself spawning in. In this case, I'll spawn in with quickdraw sometimes, just because I've got hardline. And so I would almost always say run a hardline, but if you don't, plan on doing something that doesn't get you a lot of assists. Now, this particular class is actually designed to get me assists as one of the main ways to get me to that Specialist bonus. I've got Recon and Hardline Pro, so they work together pretty well for this particular class. So that's my first real pointed suggestion. Scavenger to Hardline. Either spawn in with them, or maybe take them as the third perk you earn. But it's going to impact your playstyle and how you get to that Specialist bonus. Now, when you do get to the Specialist bonus, there's a combination of things that happen that I think should be noted. One is you have Recon, you have Scavenger, and you have Sleight of Hand. You can spray everywhere and give away the enemy's positions. Your weapon also has Impact. It's absolutely cruel, and I don't actually do it this game, but simply spraying through walls to try to mark people for my teammates is ridiculously effective with this. Okay, but going back to the perks that you earn, there are a few combinations that I think are all around very useful, and because you can play the game, give me multiple perks in the same tier, let you do some things you never would be able to do anyway. One of them, and I find it's especially good for light machine guns and also assault rifles, is having both stalker and marksman. It lets you slide in and out of cover and quickly acquire targets. If I were being a very rush-happy player against some people who at least weren't clueless about the game sound, I would think that having dead silence and steady aim would be pretty good. I don't find myself running dead silence that often because the players I play against typically have no idea what sound is, and it doesn't matter how loud you are. Even if they do hear you, they don't know what to do with that information. And so, on a similar rush-happy note, gotta say that Assassin and Quickdraw, especially if you're gonna throw steady aim in there too, really gives you the advantage when you run headfirst into a gunfight and you're able to get the first shots off. It works pretty well. Oh, I don't know if you've been paying a whole lot of attention to the game, but these guys are getting destroyed. Normally we like to try to hold them, but there was a
very specific agreement that in this game we were going to push them all over the map, and so they have found that their best option is to try to riot shield. Some funny stuff happens here. Watch for the turrets in the sea bunker later on. It's good stuff. Before the game even came out, we were looking at the specialist strike package, thinking, okay, how is this going to work? You know, which perks are you going to want? And the things that you thought were going to be important, it turned out not to matter, were things like, okay, you want to start out with Overkill Pro so that you can get 2 primary weapons and not have to worry about anything else. And Overkill is nearly pointless, and for the same effect, you essentially might as well just go with Scavenger Pros that we talked about earlier, so that you have plenty of ammo for the gun that you really want to use. However, the idea that you would earn a sleight of hand as your first perk, probably first perk, works out fairly well. It's nice to have sleight of hand if that's something you want. The weapon swap is nice, especially if you're not going to pick up Scavenger later. Getting sleight of hand either as what it used to spawn in with or earning it just means that it's easy to use that secondary, so that you don't have to worry about using up all the ammo in your primary just because you don't want to swap weapons. But instead of Overkill, the things you want to spawn in with to really take advantage of the specialist strike package are, if you want the attachment proficiency for your weapon, unless you're going with damage for a shotgun, because you don't earn those when you get the specialist bonus, so you might as well spawn in with them. Yeah, there, I spawned in with quickdraw because I have hardline pro as part of the class that I have. So, I think it does it for me several times. This game, I forget how many times I earned this specialist strike package. I don't know why. I don't think I ever get past 10 kills on a kill streak here. I guess I get more aggressive when I get that, get a little speed in my step, and I was like, yeah, I can kill everyone now, let's do this, and then I get in over my head, I figure out where I am. I think they probably are talking with each other. Got 3 guys running riot shields, so some communication going on there. Anyway, looks like we're about to wrap this game up. Again, normally I play a little more conservatively, but we realized we were a lot better than this team, and we could just push them around the map, and made for kind of an entertaining gameplay. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I hope some of these thoughts about specialists are useful. You're trying to decide what to do in your specialist strike package. This particularly is a lot of fun. Mostly, I think it's the most fun because you get speed as part of the weapon proficiencies. I think you get speed as part of everything, but having a light machine gun that you can just keep reloading, spraying through walls, is silenced, has a grip. It's so much fun. And you get that specialist bonus. It's like, oh my god. Anyway, I want to thank you guys for watching. I hope you enjoyed it, and I will see you later.